here, so certainly charging out there really good that last run. I was really impressed with, so let's see what he's got to say. He certainly looks happy with the boat. There's a lot of hands being shaken and we're only not even at the halfway point. So
yeah, really good run there from Ollie, and I'll tell you what, you can see why he is world number one. Just the boat set up, the way they go about it. He's just coming over to you now, mate, ripping that helmet off.
Ollie, look, we just wanted to catch up with you, mate. I just got to get you to stand that way because it interferes with the signal we've got going here. But hey, that looked like a brilliant run out there. What are your thoughts? Latest world champion and newest world champion. What's that course like today?
Oh, it's good. It's got a bit of the tight stuff with a couple of the hairpins, but other than that, it's really flowing. So I think we're going to see those Superboy boat boys really light it up. And yeah, it's a nice flowing track, so we get a bit of pace as well, which we enjoy.
Excellent. No, it looked really good out there on the boat, looks settled, so you don't look too stressed about things. Obviously, just going about at your work. It's very similar in Australia to what I saw here. So, who you wanting today? Who's going to be a big secret to keep an eye on?
I'd say it'll be the same foes as last year. I mean, Si and the Novus team will be right there, as well as the Travis boys, and I'm actually picking Shane Travis as a bit of a dark horse to pick the old man. So you heard it here first. And Neil Marshall and those guys will all be there. The big unknown, first round of the year, we don't know what everyone else has done in the off-season. So one thing I think is that they were probably showing all our cards at the World Series because that was pre our off-season. So the boat is as it was from the World. So that's us. But I mean, as a team, we just worry about ourselves and don't put pressure on ourselves by worrying about what everyone else is doing.
Excellent. No, hey, well, congratulations, mate, on that World Championship that you've won, and obviously all the best today. We'll be looking forward and hope we talk to you later on in the day.
Cool. Thanks very much.
Okay. Thank you. KV, back.
All right, that was Jacob Simmons out on track with Paul Newman, and the time that Jacob posted there was a 61.246, 1 minute 01.246, and those guys, that's a nice time for them considering they're so used to being in the Group B category. So they've got around about 500 more horsepower at their disposal. Things come up a lot quicker, so great to see what was going on there. But our next boat will be Patrick Hayden. He's from TA, and we'll just get back to you with the navigator there. Oh, Cole Hayden, his son. So, wow, Paddy Hayden again. Another one of these guys has done very, very well in the Group B championships over the years. In fact, he's the current Group B champion. Has decided to go unlimited methanol sucking monsters, and wow, what a way that he's driving at the moment. It is sensational for a brand new boat to him, a brand new package. He's got his son in there, and I can tell you his son is a pretty good shooter. There is no doubt about that. Can get his eye in. Can he get his eye in on a Jetsprints track to keep his old man online? You would have to suggest that the answer to that is yes at the moment. So for PSP and Suntough, it is Paddy Hayden. Oh, this is going to be a good run, and a 52.866, 52.866 there for Paddy Hayden. That is a great run. All right, Glen Head launching the Altherm Window Systems boat. It's Haley Todd doing the navigational duties. Glen Head, as we said earlier, didn't feature last year due to some pretty serious back surgery that was going on. And, well, he didn't feature at the Worlds either. So, World Champion in 2016, now out on track at the moment, and looking pretty comfortable indeed. Certainly not pushing this Sprint Tech hull too hard. He's got the Jet Design 10-inch jet unit on the huge jet unit, and a 37 on the split. He's an absolute cracker, and he's not pushing this hard at all. Very, very sedate. This boat has got 1,700 horsepower, 51 49.369. This is qualifying too. The prediction would be for me a high 49 come the end of the day. Got a little bit of light showers here. That'll cool things down just a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't blow up all of our electronics down here. So that's a very, very tidy run there from Glenn Head. He's 1.5 seconds quicker than Paddy Hayden and looked to be doing it fairly easy with 1,700 horsepower and a 10-inch jet unit. That's it's going to be a very interesting one to watch. Trying to cast our eyes down onto the launch ramp to see who's coming off next. There's a fair bit of smoke coming from down there, so I dare say this will be the blown quad rotor. Richard Bird is going to be at the helm. He went wrong way last time out. The boat builder from Palmy North, Joshua Gill, the student, the rotor boat, the full-blown quad rotor. Certainly a different sound, and if you're into your rotaries, you'll absolutely love this. Well, just bogged it down into that hairpin. You heard the boat just starting to crackle and pop. They've dialed it down from some 1,600 horsepower. Have a look at that boat just floating across the bottom sweeper. Really very untidy, just hitting the crosswash there. Oh, and there is a blower belt off the back of that. So that is what has caused that. You can see the blower belt just spinning wildly in the back of the engine bay. Yesterday they blew 2 blower belts in practice on a local lake, and you saw the blower belt come off there. Didn't quite get that on the footage at the moment, but that is what has happened there in the quad rotor turbo. And I tell you what, there is a lot of pressure on those things, and it's not the first time that we've seen blower belts let go and cause all sorts of problems. So hopefully they've got plenty of blower belts left, because 2 yesterday, 1 so far today. I don't see that they just go down to Bunnings and pick one up kind of part. Kevin Roberts now out in the Stinger machine. It is Kendra Death doing the navigational duties. What will Kevin Roberts bring to the table here for round 1 of the Mouthfresh New Zealand Jet Sprint Championship? Kevin Roberts, Kendra Death right onto it. That's a nice move into that hairpin. Kevin just getting off it just a little bit too early in some spots. Probably needs to carry that speed just a little bit hotter, but looking smooth at the moment. So where's the split at? He's about 3 seconds down from where he'd like to be. It was a 41.794. So Glen Head's split was a 37.370, so some significant difference there. This is, but still a similar type of horsepower, 57.838. So Kevin Roberts is some 6 seconds behind the time that Glen Head posted, but that run looking pretty smooth. Kevin Roberts tends to just tick it along. Kendra Death, a long-time navigator with various drivers, so will certainly be bringing experience to the Stinger team. That's a Nissan twin turbo that Kevin Roberts is at the helm at. This is why it's unlimited, because you can put in the engine bay whatever you like, providing it's running on methanol. It's good to go. So it is the Bars Bugs machine with Blake Bryant and Kate Hoogerbrug. Blake the farmer, Kate Hoogerbrug, the sales manager of Z-Fruit. Oh, have a look at how wide Blake Bryant went into that first right-hander, utilising every little bit of the available track. And, well, this young man certainly can drive into that hairpin That is very nicely done indeed. Now across the bottom of the commentary tower, picking up speed up through the sweeper. There's about 128 kilometres an hour. Eases it off coming into the nut. Just knifed it just a little bit in there. But Blake Bryant, one of those guys who will absolutely do everything possible. Oh, eased it off again beautifully through that right-left-hand combination through the centre part of the track. So he's one of those guys that really thinks about it, always looking for the next little bit of advantage that can come his way. And that is a time of... Transponder has dead. Oh, that's actually pretty good English, isn't it? The transponder has dead. How about the transponder has died? I'll just re-correct myself just a little bit there and we'll get back to you. If you happen to see a fence that might look electric, don't test it. All right, next boat out will be Pip Thompson in her first qualifying run. She was very, very aggressive. Karen Wakeland, her navigator. So first time in the boat, Karen. Here at round one of the Mouthfresh New Zealand Jetsprints series. And Pip Thompson looking really confident out there at the moment. Must have a lot of confidence in the boat. They've done a little bit of testing over there at Hastings. Did a little bit of testing here at a test and tune day right here in Wanganui just before Christmas. So really starting to get the feel for this massive amount of power that's at her disposal. And some 900 horsepower. And have a look at the way she's going about this. The split is down a little bit, but the drive is pretty good. Made that a little bit untidy on the entrance. 40.601 was the split with Pip Thompson and Karen Wakeland now making that run and the charge towards the line. Across the line is a 56.334.
KV Shrek here, and I'll tell you what, we've managed to hook Glenn Head into a quick interview, so we're just going to have a yak with Glenn, and he's going to talk us through what he thinks about that big block in the Para, because that looks pretty impressive what I've seen. Glenn, talk us through it.
Yeah, hey, it's just been one of those engines that we've developed over a few years, and just sort of fine-tuning it to a point where it is now, and it hasn't had a whole lot of testing this year, but hopefully we can fine-tune it today and get it going as good as it can be.
Tell you what, mate, have you got much left? Because it's certainly looking pretty quick so far. Where you're at on the old dial? Has the foot got a bit more to go?
Oh, as you know, on the twin turbo side of things, Leighton, there's always more to go. You know, we're mucking around at about half throttle at the moment, so it's plenty left there if we can use it.
There you go, you've heard it, half throttle so far. Look out for the L-therm boat. Thanks for your time, Glenn.
All right, great work there and great to speak to Glenn Head. As you heard it, plenty more power in that boat yet available. Scott Donald out on track. Nicole Reesby doing the navigational duties. The pairing from Featherston. Scotty Donald just slow into that hairpin, just making sure he gets that right. So Scott Donald out on track at the moment. As we said, Scotty Donald doesn't like to break records too early in the day. The 500 dart small block. There's the engine in there. It's got a 9-inch jet unit. Wicked 2 is the name of the boat. A brand new package for the World Series in Australia. They had no luck over there at all. Got a total of 3 minutes run time in there. So, you know, weeks and weeks of planning and weeks of travel. So it was a disappointing World Series for them. And that's a 103.238, 63.238 there for Scott Donald. So good to see that now the boat's come back to New Zealand, that the boat is working a lot better than we saw at the World Series only a couple of months ago. All right, Dual Tech Consultants vessel now coming off the trailer. Mo's mowing it. It's going to be Aaron Hansen from Tauranga and Julie Ann Shanks. Their best result was third in the UIM World Series in 2016. Decided to not make the journey across the ditch earlier this year, and just concentrating on this season of national racing. So we'll expect to see some good things from these guys. The 500 cubic inch small block Chev is out on course at the moment. Those first few corners a lot smoother than we saw Aaron in qualifying round number 1. Really, as the day goes on, he'll step onto this beautifully nice. Geez, I tell you, this bloke is certainly getting better and better. Sorry. So the Dual Tech machine, certainly very bright livery on the side of the purple boat, the 24 at the first split, coming around the nut into that right-hander, really just very smooth. Coming now back towards commentary, we'll get an idea of this split. That's a good split at a 38.677. With a 52.899, so he's going to be very happy with that. Puts him into P2.033, slower than Paddy Hayden, and 1.5 somewhere thereabouts slower than Glenn Head. So Aaron Hansen will be absolutely wrapped with that. The next boat off the ramp will be the Vickers Aircraft machine with Baden Gray and Darren Toddy Todd sitting in the navigator's chair. That's what we call them, ladies and gentlemen, navigator. They like to call themselves navigators, but let's just calm that down, calm the farm. The boat is the Specialist, the 434 twin turbo, 1200 horsepower that is going very slowly off the line. So Baden Gray, they put their hand up. Obviously an issue off the start line. Generally, if there is weed that gets sucked into that jet unit, they are allowed to put their hand up, like a student wanting to go to the toilet. They will go back to the trailer. Our race control team will give them an opportunity for a restart. All right, Baden Gray now back under starters orders. So whatever that issue is, they're fairly confident. Will that upset the mindset of the Baden Gray? This boat has plenty of power. Baden Gray did a pretty good job over at the Worlds. Didn't get the chocolates though, but certainly they learnt a lot more about this boat and really developing very well indeed. So Vickers Aircraft is one of the main sponsors here. Ting Tools, Prosper Mortgages and Insurance. And don't forget, I can speak firsthand, Baden Gray with Prosper Mortgages and Insurance, very diligent and a great bloke to work with as well. So Baden Gray on this split is right about where he needs to be with a 37. The timing's gone a little bit discombobulated there. We'll get back to that in a minute. So Darren Todd, he's the one-eyed navigator. The time back on the clock again, and well, I'll have to, Baden Gray there with a 51. No, well,
Cavey, I tell you what, can I jump in between?
Yes, mate.
Here? I've got a couple of punters here, and there's a bit of a Minties moment. Just happened to be at a transponder I'm hearing, but I'll tell you what, I got Kate Hugenborough and Blake Bryant to talk us about it. Looked a good mean run, but no transponder.
Yeah, so I'd say the first goal for the day is to remember to put the transponder on for starters so we can see whether or not we're actually posting good times. But aside from that, that felt pretty good, and we're feeling pretty confident at this stage. We've got something pretty good to take it to the rest of the field.
To finish first you must remember the transponder. So good luck for the rest of the day, and we're watching.
Thanks. We'll give it a solid 51.
There you go.
See Richard Murray shoot out of the blocks like a dog shot in the bum. Steve Edmonds doing the navigational duties. The blown Ford 400. contest it. There is plenty of danger in doing that, so he earns the side of caution. But Richard Murray on this split. Oh, this is good. 37.277. This is red hot. We've got some big names at the top of the sheet at the moment. And this is qualifying round number 2. Richard Murray. Oh, 51.247. Straight to the top of the table. Quicker than Glenn Head by 0.12. Then Baden Gray was a 51.527, so within 0.3 of a second you have Richard Murray, that man at the top, Glenn Head and Baden Gray. So wow, qualifying 2. I tell you, there's a fair bit of excitement up here in the commentary tower. We've got a few people getting a little bit excited about Richard Murray.
Talking about excited, KV, we've got the mighty Mouthfresh wagon. That's it. Sir Rob the Third coming off the ramp right now.
All right, so Sir Rob Coley and Ange Coley's wife, the boat is Poison Ivy, Global Products, Mouthfresh, Oral Care, Silk, Baby and Beauty, and Building King Limited. Brand new package here, so a 600 cubic inch small block for Rob Coley. This is his second drive in a brand new boat.
Oh, look at the way he's getting up that track, KV. This is good. Second drive in it. Peter Cowie being his mentor here today, and I tell you what, it's going to be really good to watch how Rob goes with having a man, a 6 multiple world champion, New Zealand champion, sitting alongside you, coaching you. This is what Rob needs. We know he can drive. He's just got to keep it calm, and look at the way he's getting into it in his second run.
Yeah, that's a very good point to make there, Leighton. And Rob and Ange Coley just looking great. They split down a little bit, but when it's the second time behind the wheel of a brand new boat, you don't worry about that at all. It's all about just getting the rotation, getting the understanding of the handling of this new package. But it's not shabby at all. And a 54.247, they put themselves into P6, so they will be very happy with that indeed.
I think what I'll do, KV, I'll get down here and grab Rob, Sir Rob the Third, and we'll get him up here and have a little yarn. I'll just try and hang around the trailer and grab him for the next one.
Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea, mate. And wow, I cannot believe we're in qualifying round number 2 and it's getting exciting already. I'm going to have to sort of calm down a little bit. I'm going to lose my voice very soon, I think.
Mate, some of these times are tighter than your singlet, I've got to say, and it's a fairly tight singlet you got on today.
Well, it is a tight singlet, mate, but I was having a chat to your wife the other day and she says you like the undies quite tight, so that just sounds a bit weird, really.
You got me back. Righto. Dave Simo coming out. Or maybe it's Pip.
No, it is definitely Dave Simmons. John Berry is the navigator, and the Blue Flame 2. And these guys, wow, what a big race team. 4-boat team that they have here today. And I tell you what, Dave Simmons with the LSA 6.2-litre Chef, the 1,000 horsepower machine with Link Engine Management on board here. Of course, engine rebuilders, SMB Productions, Industrial Manufacturing Services and Willside. So Dave Simmons and John Very, you can see their faces on the big screen. A couple of blokes, a couple of clowns, but when it comes to the race day, they're full on into it. They're a bit down on the split with a 40.338. Just winding up the 6.2-litre LSA. So Dave Simmons across the line with a 54.970 and into P7 for qualifying round number 2 at the moment. Nick Berryman, world number 3, still to run. He's finally got his wife back in the boat, Rochelle Berryman. Nick took the boat to the World Series and came out with a podium position. The man from Rotorua, the fishing man. Lakes Lodge Wilderness Retreat, NZ Riverjet, Wheelans and Mrs. Berryman. So they will be the boat that is out next. It is a 410 Chev with a Whipple supercharger. It is a Stinger hull with a 8 3/4 inch jet unit. The horsepower around about 1,200. And Nick Berryman, as he showed over the years, he just goes out hard right from the start. And I did say to him, mate, you know that you can't win a jet sprint event in the first qualifying round. And he said, yeah, but if I get out there get the track rotation nailed, get the speed, the handling and the understanding of this boat early in the day, I believe just only improved from there. So certainly interesting way that different drivers and different teams go about it. Some just sneak up on it. Nick Berryman, one of those guys, just gets out and amongst them straight away. The split's good at a 37.876, probably about half a second down on where he'd really like to be. So Rochelle doing his wide doing the navigation duties, the squeeze, the NZ Waterjet across the line and into a 52.096 and into P4 to round out qualifying round number 2 of the super boats.
Righto, Cavey, I've got the man himself making Mr. Poison Ivy making his way here, so I've managed to shoehorn him across here and we'll get a quick interview in between rounds. He's just too busy getting congratulated by everyone going past, so this will be interesting to what he thinks of the brand new boat. Righto, Rob Coley, great to talk to you. We're just talking about the boat and how well it's looking in the water. You got the big mentor there today, Peter Coey. Everything's in your favour. Does it feel good? It looks really good.
Yeah, it's feeling absolutely great. I mean, Pete's just got an awesome package there and a little bit of a different driving style. He keeps saying to me, don't mash the throttle. So what do I do on the first turn? I mash the throttle. So he'll be telling me off there, but no, he's got us guided, so we'll be right.
Feeling good. What about Anne? She likes it in there, obviously. She seems comfortable. Are you good with the rotation?
Yeah, no, the rotation's good. Flow's nice, and it is a real good rotation. It's nice and fast. Got to be a few little curly bits in there, but nice rotation, so it's good.
Great driving and good to see you. Where do you see yourself at the end of the day, mate? What position?
There's only one place we want, and that's first, and we'll be there.
Didn't let me down. It's exactly what I was looking for. So, Rob Coley, you hit it first. To finish first, you must finish. So he will be there. Rob Coley, keep an eye on Mad Dog Coley.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Sir Rob the Third, Mad Dog, he's got plenty of nicknames down there, Streck. Don't worry about that. As we now move into qualifying round number 3. For the Group B category, the electric fence is now turned off. But anyway, kids,